Hey, how you doing today? My name is Relyea, and thank you so much for stopping by. Today, I wanted to talk about Hollow Knight Silksong, and specifically the questions that I would ask Team Cherry after the game is released. If I ever get a chance, I'm hoping that one day, this will be a possibility, I will be able to interview William and Ari, the main developers of Hollow Knight, right? And I've been thinking about what questions would I ask them if presented with the opportunity. I'm hoping that this is something that I can make happen in the future. In short, I was just kind of daydreaming about what questions I could possibly even ask them. So that's what we're going to do here today. You're going to go ahead and have to leave me down in the comments below what questions you would ask Team Cherry. This is going to be for after Hollow Knight Silksong is released. We already want to know, when is Hollow Knight Silksong going to be released? Okay, let's assume Silksong it gets released in the future. Then what do you ask them? And so my first question, I really want some clarification on what happened at the Nintendo Treehouse Live back in June of 2019. It was stated that Hollow Knight Silksong will be coming soon and that Team Cherry is hard at work finishing the game.
Thank you so much for giving us this early look and taking us through some space in the game. What can we say so far about release plans for this?
So Hollow Knight Silksong is coming soon. Team Cherry are unfortunately not here. They're hard at work in Australia finishing the game, and hopefully we'll have some more updates soon, because this is just a taste and I need the entree now.
And we know it's going to be good.
Yeah, oh for sure.
Hollow Knight was a blast.
Yes.
I think a lot of people just want to know what happened with the communication here, and why was there not a correction just posted on Team Cherry's official channels of like, hey guys, it's actually not coming soon, it's going to take us a little bit. I was always surprised at what happened there. I think a lot of fans, myself included, really held on to this coming soon for a very, very long time. I mean, granted, it's water under the bridge at this point. Obviously, it was just wrong. I'm just curious of what happened. I'm going to preface the second question a little bit and say there was an interview, and I believe it was with Ari, where he said that he wanted the player to feel like you were lost and couldn't feel the edges of the Hollow Knight game world. And that was a great success, by the way. I remember I couldn't really feel like where the edge of the game was. I made it all the way to the City of Tears. I'm thinking, wow, like we must be close to the end of the game here. Obviously, that's nowhere near the end of the game. So what I want to know, are there any similar feelings that you want the player to get as they're playing Hollow Knight Silksong? The third question I want to ask William and Ari from Team Cherry is that I know that both of them don't have much of any social media presence, so I want to know if they pay much of any attention at all to the community through the development of Silksong. I would love to know, like, are they watching videos? Are they looking at, like, Silksong speculation? Are they watching Primicon's, like, crazy Milk Song videos? Or are they on Reddit at all? I don't know. I'm very curious to see, like, what parts of the community they're dabbling with. Alright, so for my fourth question, we initially believed that Hollow Knight Silksong was going to be released on the first half of 2023. And I just want to know if you were still adding new things to the game at that point. I would love to know, like, how late in development of Silksong were you still adding new things to the game? At what point did you stop adding bosses, enemies, abilities, and so on? As of right now, I would imagine, I'm just guessing, that they've stopped the major development of the game, and they're probably working more on the localization, and that's probably where they're at and what's taking a lot of time. Like, is that taking more time than they expected? Like, I'm really curious as to, like, okay, development's done and now, like, localization took a year. It took, like, a lot longer than they were expecting, or maybe not. I don't know. For question number 5, my understanding is that Ari made the White Palace and the Path of Pain, while William made the Colosseum of Fools. You said you got lots of emails from people raging about how difficult these places were, but did you decide to take this into account and make the mandatory 100% completion for Silksong any easier based on some of this feedback, or did you make any tweaks because of this? And then I'd also want to ask, like, a follow-up question to see, like, what part of Hollow Knight Silksong did they each make? Because I imagine they probably did a little dividing and conquering with some, like, difficult content. Like, who do I need to get mad at for different parts of Silksong if I can't beat bosses when it takes forever, or if I'm really just crap at, like, trying to do some of the platforming? Like, who do I need to be upset with? So for question number 6, I would ask, can you share anything that you cut from Hollow Knight Silksong, like abilities, NPCs, assets, anything at all? I'd love to see some in-process designs in, like, a sketchbook, because we know that William and Ari, they would, like, design stuff in, like, their own sketchbook. In fact, I think that there's a sketchbook in one of the museums in Australia somewhere. I don't know which one, but I would love to go check that out. So for question number 7, Assuming you plan to continue developing games and not just right off into the sunset, what kind of games do you think you will make next, or is there something already in the works? Maybe something to do with Fearless Fox? Number 8's a little bit more of a personal question, but I'm a father of 3 myself, so I want to ask Ari, because he just had a baby. Well, now it's been, what, 5 years ago. I want to know how he's been managing that work-life balance now that he's got a child, and I also want to know if it's possible that there's even been another baby since the last one. For question number 9, I would ask Team Cherry, how did the development process for Silksong differ from the original Hollow Knight? I imagine they just leveled up in their skills. There was some controversies that happened with Unity as they were like midway through development, and I would imagine that there's just like some things that they decide to do differently after they've gained a lot of skills. So I'm really curious to see what might have changed. For question number 10, I want to ask, is Silksong gonna be complete other than like maybe bug fixes or anything like that? Or should we be expecting any DLC in the future? And I couldn't help but ask a 11th bonus question, and I want to know what it was like developing Silksong right after the success of Hollow Knight. I imagine that it was stressful thinking, what if Silksong doesn't do better than Hollow Knight? Or what if some of the players don't like the direction that you're going in? Or any number of different things. I mean, you don't want your second game to just like flop, so was that like a lot to carry, or was it something that you guys didn't think of and you just built whatever you thought was the best game? I'm curious how you handled that. So there you go. Those are the questions I would ask if I ever had the chance to interview Team Cherry. Let me know what you thought, and any questions that you think I missed, put them down in the comments below. Thank you so much to my members for supporting the channel. Thank you for watching all the way to the end. Again, my name is Relyea, and I'll talk to you again more real soon. Thanks. Bye.